Welcome back. You're watching World Insight on CCTV News. After our China-Pakistan debate, we go to the next story about India, where the government has launched its own air quality index, joining several countries like China and the US, who already have this in place. The index will measure pollutions across 10 major cities inside India. But is just measuring air quality enough? That's a question being asked repeatedly. Critics say what India really needs is a roadmap to tackle its rising pollution problem, which is choking its cities and its people. Our correspondent in India, Shweta Bajaj, reports from New Delhi.
Traffic, constant smog, construction sites and industry fumes. It's a toxic combination that engulfs the Indian capital New Delhi and most of its big urban centers. And with cars selling, industry booming and construction on an upswing, there is no relief in sight. With this in mind, India has launched its own air quality index that will measure air on a 6-color scale, with green indicating good air quality and red indicating dangerous levels. Experts say it's important, but it's only the first step.
On the AQI, what it does is that based on the air pollution at that level and over a concentration of a period, the pollutant is segregated on the band of colors based on how much the concentration it is in the air. Now, every country has a different, and it has been strengthened over a period of year. So now, well, it might be questioned that India's AQI is not that stringent when it comes to US and others. But I will say that it is a first process. It has started. It's a very welcome start.
The figures haven't been looking too good. In a recent survey done by the World Health Organization, out of the top 20 most polluted cities in the world, 13 were in India. Recently, Delhi was also named the most polluted capital in the world. The launch of the Air Quality Index is just a start, since India's problems regarding its environment and pollution runs deep. For instance, it's not very clear what India would do after it finds that the air quality in a certain city on a certain day is either bad or unfit to live in. According to the World Health Organization, air pollution kills 627,000 people in India every year. Adding to the troubles, respiratory and cardiovascular diseases are on a rise. The Air Quality Index will measure air in 10 cities and is critical in creating public awareness. But experts say the index needs to be backed with real action plans to tackle pollution.
If the pollution is in the severe category, then they need to know what step needs to be taken now. If they should stay inside, if they should stop using their cars on the road, if they should stop sending children to the schools. So a lot more needs to be done.
India's pollution comes from 4 main sources: traffic, construction, industry and coal-powered power plants. This is not likely to change. As India tries to bring electricity to every corner of the country, coal plant capacity will be tripled by 2030. Experts say India should re-evaluate its future electricity and power sources for the sake of its own people.
So what India needs to look at is very innovative, alternate ways of generating energy rather than going back to the easiest way of burning coal. Okay? Now, these initiatives, whether it is wind, whether it is biomass and bio-waste, or whether it is solar, takes only about, let's say, 6 months to a year and a half in terms of installation and making the whole thing becoming productive or produce energy, whereas a coal plant takes about 6 to 8 years.
India is on its way to high growth, and one of its top priorities is urbanization and giving all Indians electricity. While launching the Air Quality Index, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi asked Indians to go back to their traditions of respecting environment. But clearly, it will take much more than that, and right now, there is no roadmap for a better, cleaner future. Shweta Bajaj, CCTV, New Delhi.